Okay, I'm gonna try to see. Maybe that might work. I gotta work with them alone in a picture, so I'm gonna try to kind of crop out the baby. I try to to see their. Is she? Which one is she? The one with the with? Okay, so is she the one with the glasses on her head, and this one with a bunch of people? Where'd my person go? She's gone. Hang on. Are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
It booted
I
me.
lost you on the stream for a second. Um, is she the one with the glasses on her head in the other picture?
Yes,
Okay.
and the
I'm
striped
gonna work
shirt.
with that one because it's the clearest and her eyes are open and she doesn't have glasses on. And I just have to kind of scroll so I don't see you guys. Okay. And do you know how I work? Or should I explain that real quick?
Okay, so the one so she's the one in the striped shirt in the beach picture,
Oh, okay.
one
So
on the
no glasses.
very end.
Okay. The very
Yeah,
end. All right.
yeah.
Good thing no wonder. All right. Um, that's a better picture than the other one because I
Yes.
prefer pictures without glasses, although I can work with ones with glasses. I like to see their eyes. It brings in the connection more.
I just
But
didn't know if that was because there was all of us together, so that's why I done the one of just her
yeah.
in the
It,
so I didn't know
and
which one was better.
yeah, well, for future reference, like usually when mediums are doing readings, we can't really it other energies can interfere when you have a bunch of people in a picture. So this one I can zoom in and just look at her and not you guys. So that's helpful, but you always anytime you want to do mediumship reading, you want to have even if you have to crop it, the person by themselves. It's just easier. So the way that I work is things that come in can be past, present, or future, symbolic, or have multiple meanings. And spirit will sometimes use my experiences, references, or how I relate to things to try to explain what they're trying to say. Um, so as I get information and it makes sense to you, please tell me yes and how it makes sense. That will help the reading flow. So if it for some reason does not make sense right now, just please hang on to it because sometimes we don't realize it at the time or it can fit in the future or something like that. They do talk about those that are still here and what's going on, and they also talk about those that are with them on the other side.
Correct.
So keep that in mind as you're validating things.
Okay.
And yeah, so we'll just go from there.
All right. Thank you.
Just in case you don't know, we all kind of work differently. I always explain that in the beginning. I don't know why my headache just got worse. Okay. So the way that she's coming in right now is she's coming in as I hear the word closeness, like she was close to her daughters, almost like a friend,
Yes.
if that makes sense.
Yes.
Um, okay. And like I feel like she was really young at heart and she would try to get down to your guys' level. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay. Um and she keeps going like this. So um that's either usually when they show me the chest area it's something different, but this is going to be chest, heart, or breast area, but she's like taking her hand and going across like this. And it can be
Okay.
an ailment or a symptom as well. Um so let me
I'm,
know if that makes sense.
I'm not for sure on that one.
Okay. She is because she keeps doing that. So sometimes when they repeat things to me, I'm not understanding why they're saying it, like I'm not perceiving it correctly. Um or it doesn't get validated right. So I don't know if I'm perceiving it. I don't know why she's taking her hand and motioning it across her chest. Um
I'm really thinking here, but nothing ringing a yeah. a bell.
I know. I'm not sure why she's doing it. If it's something with her breathing or heart or her chest or her, breast area. It's almost like I want to say that, breast cancer, not necessarily her, but she could be talking about someone else. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. So that could not breast cancer, but the chest area, but has nothing to do with her.
Yeah, it doesn't have to.
Correct. Yeah.
Because they can talk about those that are here. So,
Correct.
in things that are going on, you know what I mean?
Right.
So as long as it makes sense for someone, she could be talking about someone else having that issue because
Correct.
she's just
Yes.
motioning to the chest area.
So I actually have a good sized lump in between, in the center of my chest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. So she's
So now
wanting,
yes.
yes. So because usually if it's something with them, like how they pass or whatever, they give it to me differently. So
Okay.
she was trying to show me chest area.
Okay.
So that makes sense. She's talking
Yes.
about you. She knows what's going on with you, basically.
Okay.
And she wants you to know that she knows that.
She knows more than I do right now then.
Because I feel like I don't know, I feel like you've been going through a lot lately and you like really wishing you had your mama. That's the way it comes in. And so that's her way of letting you know that she knows what's going on with you.
Okay. Thank you.
But I don't know why it feels like it could lead to more in the chest area. Okay, so I would just keep an eye on that because she keeps
Okay.
talking about the breast as well.
Okay.
So just, I don't know if it's something that can, move or whatever. I don't
I
know.
haven't even had it checked out yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
so that's why
that,
I said she's telling me more than I know right now. So
yeah. So I think she's saying you need to get it checked out.
okay.
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 She was very adamant about this until we figured out what it was. So usually like when they do that, either I'm not understanding it or it's very important and they need me to understand it.
Correct.
So, okay. Go to the doctor, please. That's her words, not mine.
Okay.
And okay. So I don't know. I don't understand what this is either. Okay, so she's showing me like a purse. I don't really know why she's showing that to me. It's like on her shoulder and she's showing me a purse. I don't know if one of you guys gave her a purse or you have her purse or really what
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so you have her purse then?
I have her wallet and her purse.
Okay. So when they show me new stuff like that, I have to figure out what they mean by it. So she knows about that. And do you actually use it?
I'm using her wallet right now.
Okay. Because like she was showing me someone wearing the purse. So that made me feel like someone was using one of the two. Or uses it. Okay. For some reason I'm all of a sudden struggling to breathe. Like my chest just feels heavy and this is different than what we talked about already.
Mm-hmm.
This is like I'm struggling to take a breath. And this can be an ailment or a symptom. But she also keeps motioning to her head.
Okay.
So these can be, like I said, symptoms or ailments or things that are affected. But it's almost like she's motioning to her head, but also I'm having severe chest pain. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Like severe chest pain, like I'm finding it very hard to take a breath. So I hear the word tragedy, but I don't know if that relates to her or someone else.
I would probably say it's someone else.
Okay. But it would be either family or friend.
Correct.
Would it be something that happened like not long ago? I mean, that's just how it feels to me, but she just says the words tragedy. So, if it's not in relation to her passing and her, then she's talking about it happening somewhere. Either family or friend that's connected to you.
Correct. So
That you
she
Okay, go
didn't
ahead.
pass with a tragedy, no.
Okay. I didn't think so. It's almost like it's related to someone else that
Yes.
you've been dealing with or you dealt with or that was really hard on you.
Yes, possibly my daughter. And that would sort of make sense on why she would say that after pointing to her head.
Okay. Yeah, because like I was saying, my headache got worse. Like when you came on. So there's something going on with the head or the brain or something like that.
That's correct validation.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
For her or for your
For my daughter.
for your
Yes.
daughter?
Yes.
So your daughter is also on the other side?
No, not
Or she's just talking about, I just want to make sure I understand. She's just
correct.
talking about something that happened here. Okay, did
Correct.
this with your daughter not happen like not too long ago?
Correct.
Okay, because it feels recent.
Yes.
And it's almost like she's talking about what you're going through. So,
We're still going through that.
okay.
Yes.
And I just got the chills with that. I hear the word accident. I don't know if that relates to your daughter or it relates to
No, it was. It's. I don't consider it. It's not an accident.
right. I don't know what that means unless she's talking about someone else or to be careful of an accident. They do that sometimes.
Correct.
I'm just gonna hold on to that because
Okay.
I really don't know what she's trying to say about that,
Correct.
unless it was trying to be played off as an accident, but it's not. Um, I don't know. Because I've had that before where that's come in and then someone a couple days later were like, well, I got in an accident. So
I'll let you know.
yeah, hopefully it has nothing to do with that or anything. Um, okay. So I also see a hospital, and I don't know if this is relating to her. She's talking about what's been going on. Um, okay, so what's weird is I'm just gonna explain what I'm getting, and I hope that it'll make sense. So what I feel is I feel there's some kind of something with my head, but the weird thing is it feels like it's a blow or it just feels very rough towards my head area. And then the next thing I see is a hospital room. I can hear like the hospital machines. I see the hospital bed. So again, I don't know if this is her, like she was in the hospital before her passing, or this has to do with your daughter's situation. She seems to be wanting to talk about your daughter's situation.
That It doesn't relate to her, no.
Okay. Does it relate to...
Yes.
So it relates to your daughter or your mom?
My daughter.
Okay. So she's just, I guess she wants to talk about this then.
Okay.
I'm not really sure why. Other than it's something big that's going on in your life, and she wants to let you know that she is aware of it and she knows what's going on. And she knows that you need her during this time, so she wants to let you know she's there during this time. That's how it's coming across.
That's correct.
Because I feel like your life got flipped upside down.
Yes.
Like, she literally shows me, like, it's weird. Like, the weird way that she shows me is I feel like I'm flipped upside down. For, I believe it's symbolic for what this has done to, your life and everything. Stop. Sorry about that.
Stop.
That's my spirit dog. I mean, she always sees spirit, but she hears a dog barking outside, but she's looking at me when she did that. So
Confirmation.
I just wonder. Okay, so
Her and my daughter were very close.
yeah, and that might be another reason why she's talking about it. I keep feeling a male around that situation with your daughter.
Yes.
But I don't. So was there a male responsible for that situation?
No. No.
Or was it just I don't understand this. She just shows me a male, and then she shows me that male around your daughter.
Okay. There is, yes.
So I don't know if he's connected to what happened.
No.
Or if it's for another reason. She's kind of confusing me. I think she's trying her best to explain it, but maybe I'm not understanding it. But now I've got all this pain on this side of my head into my ear, and it's like throbbing now.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's part of the work. So I just always try to understand more why I'm feeling what I'm feeling. But I also hear the word, because sometimes they're clear and sometimes they're not. It's almost like she's giving me bits and pieces about what she is trying to talk about here. Like, I feel like she's trying to tell me what happened and the situation behind it. And maybe I'm not understanding it. But I hear the word life support, but I don't know if that was someone was on it for a period of time, or they were almost on it, or it feels like part of the situation. But again, I don't know if that's for her or your daughter, because
she wasn't on life support when she passed. No.
Was your daughter ever going to be, or was there a time where she was, and then
she's been on
Because
life
I feel
support.
machines.
Okay, so she's been on life support numerous times, and
Okay.
just a couple of months ago, yes.
Okay. So that again, your mom is just talking about her situation, and so I keep thinking I'm trying to figure out, and I'm just gonna stick with this because I feel like she's trying to describe what you've been going through with your daughter. And
Correct.
because she was so close to her, she has to bring it up.
Okay.
And I feel like it's just her way of validating that she's there. I mean, I don't know why she's going into this unless it's just to tell you like she knows what's
She
happening.
knows what's going on. Yeah.
Yes. Um so that's why the life support came in. Okay. Cuz I keep trying to see what happened to your daughter and I'm not being shown that. So that's why it's kind of like I just see a mail around her, but I don't know what the mail is. I don't know, you know, I don't really know what that is. It's just I feel one around her, but I don't really know how they fit or play in.
It's brought a lot of joy. It's
Okay.
brought, I mean,
So there's a so okay. Um okay. Is your daughter still in the hospital?
no, not
Or did she just
currently.
get out recently or something like that? There
um, like she was. It's been about 3 months.
okay. That's recent to me. Cuz the reason why I ask is I felt like I was in the hospital and then I wasn't in the hospital anymore. Um so I guess she's just validating that. Um Okay. I don't know if you guys actually did this or you thought about it, but she keeps talking about like a mother's ring. Like you know the rings that you can give a mom and it has like all the birthstones on it.
Correct. Yes.
Like that's what she's talking about right now. I don't know if it was just a thought or if you guys actually got it for her or if she wanted one.
She had wanted to get me one.
Oh, she wanted to get you one?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. She just says the words like, "My babies are my everything." Like, she comes across as very dedicated to her family, very dedicated to her kids and
Yeah.
grandkids. Like, that's just the kind of person
Yes.
she was.
Yes.
Um, I feel like she was very I hear the word well-rounded, like a well-rounded person. I don't know if that makes sense.
It does.
Um, and I see her doing a lot of things for her family, like there's a
Yeah.
reference to like, she liked togetherness. So I don't know if it was holidays that she liked to make big or there was, like, dinners that she liked to have, but I feel like she liked spending time with the family.
Yeah.
Um, does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yes. Shh.
Okay. And so she's going back to your daughter being in the hospital, and she shows me her standing at the bed. Um, and so this is just letting you know that she was there during that time, and I don't know if maybe you felt her or you wondered if she was there or wondered if she knew what was going on. Um, but there's kind of a moment that she shows me like you're sitting with your daughter and she's there on the other side.
Yes.
And I see you like holding your daughter's hand and then she's like standing on the other side of the bed, just like being there with you. So I don't know if you asked, did you ask or did you say, "Mom, are you here?" or something like, did you feel her or something like that? Or is she
Yes.
just, okay, you did.
No, no, I did.
Okay. So she's just I got chills from head to toe on that. So she's just validating that that was her and that was real and that you really did feel her. Like you weren't tripping. Like maybe you thought you were tripping, but you're not tripping.
Well, that's great. That's always good to know.
Yeah, so she's just letting you she was there. She was there actually a lot when she was and I think she was part of the reason that she got to go home. Like, she feels like very much a protector of your daughter. That makes sense.
I truly, yes, I've wondered that as well. I strongly feel that she is very much around my daughter all the time.
Because I feel like if let's see how do I put this.
I have tough skin, so
You have what?
just I have tough skin, so however she
Oh,
puts it to you.
no, it's not anything bad. I'm just trying to understand how she's saying it so I can say it correctly to you. So it's almost like I feel like your daughter shouldn't have lived. Like, it was almost like an exit point for her, but partly of why it wasn't, was because of, I hear Grammy. So I don't know if they called her Grammy or if I'm just hearing it that way. Um, does that make sense?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's just saying that, like, it was almost like her gift to
Hmm.
you guys to, like, make her okay.
To give us more time.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because she's saying it wasn't her time. Like, I felt like it could have been an exit point because we have different exit points we can take. I feel like
correct.
it could have been an exit point, but and I'm getting chills again. Um, it wasn't because of her. Like, it wasn't her time. And I
Correct.
actually feel like when she was on life support, she went to the other side and she met with her grandma. So I don't know if she remembers it or not, but it's almost like a near death experience, and it might have felt like a dream. Um,
Um,
because she
she, yeah, yeah, she's probably had a few of those.
okay.
Yeah.
Um, did she ever talk to you about it?
No, I mean, okay, so she does talk about the other side, um, in the gate, but she doesn't talk the way that we would talk about it.
Right.
But she does let me know, like, yeah,
So she talks about it more like she's been there.
yeah,
Okay. But I keep getting chills like mother trucker when I talk about this because she is like, I literally see her leaving her body and she visits like her. I keep wanting to call her Grammy, but I don't know if that's the correct nickname.
yes,
It is? Okay.
yes.
Because she shows me her leaving her body and then her Grammy is there waiting for her. Um, and she like sent her back. But yeah, like I feel like she's seen the gate and stuff. And I keep getting a reference to a bench. Like maybe they sat on a bench and talked or something. I keep getting that.
Possibility.
So is your daughter in this picture or no?
Is my daughter?
The picture that you sent me with all the
Yes.
people in it? Okay.
Not in the one. No, no, no.
The other
So the
one.
picture, yes,
Okay.
yes,
Okay. Because
yes.
you sent it to me, so I'm just wondering if maybe that's why she's also bringing it up. And why that's exactly what is coming through is a lot about her. And I think the reason why all that's coming through is because um it's a big thing in your life right now. And she just needs you to know that she's there through it all. Also, I keep getting the month of August. Um, so months are usually passings, birthdays, or something like anniversaries or something that's like specific for you, her, anybody connected, alive or past. Um, but I heard August. Stop that. I heard August very strongly. Okay, that right there was not at anything but spirit because when she barked, the EMF went up. And she's barking at a random corner in my room right now. So that's probably your mom. Because right when she barked, the meter went up. And I do agree sometimes. Well, she is anyways. That dog is very in tune. Okay. So it doesn't make sense. Hang on to it. But I heard it clearly. So I don't know if it had something to do with your daughter or,
We got a
something.
lot of information this just last month in August.
Okay.
Regarding my daughter's situation.
Okay. Oh, is your daughter, okay, is whatever's going on with your daughter, is it affecting the brain?
Yes.
Like, is there kind of brain damage going on?
Yes.
Okay, because she was showing me the brain, and I heard the words brain damage, and then there's a reference to, I don't know if it's her nerves or being able to move her um like her arms and legs or her body, right? You know what I mean?
Correct.
Um so
Yes.
I want to say mobility issues, but it's more than that. Like she can't really
Yes.
move her arms and legs. Like it affected almost like a paralyzing feeling, I guess is.
My daughter's paralyzed from T11 down.
Okay. Because the next thing I was going to was not just the brain, but I was going to the spinal cord, but the spinal cord at my neck area.
Correct. Yes,
Okay.
that's 100% where all of our issues are coming in right now.
Okay. I don't there I mean, she's giving me so much about what's going on with her, but yet I'm not able to see what happened. Um which is weird. Okay. So okay, and you're having to like basically just take care of her with everything.
Yes.
Um and I see like does she also have I keep getting a reference to like the throat spasming or something like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know why your mom is going into this.
I don't know.
Okay. So
Maybe she has more answers than we have right now.
it's possible. Um I'm just trying to kind of see what happened. Okay, so she shows me like the future, and I think she's going to be okay in the future. Like there's going to be some kind of I hear the word genetic, but I don't know what that is. Um so there may be some kind of genetic research or something that they have like that genotherapy. I don't know, but I
So
hear the word
what she has is genetic.
okay. Glad you said that. um
I just didn't want to cut you off.
no, you're good. I just didn't know why I was picking up genetic because I was trying to figure out what happened, like if it was something that happened to her or if it was like an illness or disease. And then I heard the word genetic.
She was born like this.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was getting at next was after the genetics.
Yeah.
So, the accident is bugging me because I wrote it down and I'm sitting here looking at like I don't understand what that is. Okay. So your daughter's still very young then, right?
I'm sorry.
Is your daughter young still?
Yes.
Okay. I also get the number 3, so I don't know if that's 3 years, the 3rd month, March, 3rd of something.
I relocated in March to get her better medical care.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was
And
like how long your mom had been gone or how old she was, or okay, that makes sense. Because she showed me 3 very strongly. Oh, thank you, Paranormal After Dark. I appreciate that. So, all right, genetic. All right, so I want to try to see if your mom can tell me like anything that you guys can do. Because they show me there's some kind of gene therapy or some kind of something that's going to happen in the future with advancements that's going to be able to help her condition.
okay.
Because they show me her older and like running around. Now, I don't know if that means that there'll be a cure and also be able to fix, or they're just saying that she's going to be healthier when she's older. But I feel like there's going to be some kind of new advancements. That's what she's saying.
That would be amazing.
Like I hear like genotherapy. I don't even know if that's something that could be done or not. Because I'm definitely not a doctor or geneticist. I don't know anything about it.
Right.
But I also I heard geneticist. That's why I kind of said it. So, I feel like however this is meant to play out is how it's going to play out. This is kind of something that you kind of chose to go through for whatever reason. But it feels like your mom's got your back. Your mom's got your back. And she takes my attention to last year.
Yes.
So how does that fit? It's either relates to her or the baby.
Probably the baby.
Okay, was she born last year?
No.
What happened, or did this happen last year? It's something that's big.
That's when we started running out of options. And towards the end of last year, that's when I started looking outside of where I lived.
Okay. And I hear the word good move.
I literally just came to visit where I am and ended up staying because they could provide my daughter with care and they were
Okay.
willing to save her.
Right. And that's why she said good move. And I feel like that was very divinely guided. Okay.
It was.
That was your mom putting those steps into order. And I'm getting the chills with this to put you on the right path for your daughter. Okay. So I always say that spirit gives us what we need in a reading.
Correct.
It's not necessarily, she's not making it about her. She's validating through a different way by the stuff that's going on in your life and through your daughter. And I'm getting the chills with that again. I've got head to toe chills. So this is her way of letting you know that she is there and she is helping you and that she knows everything that's going on. And honestly, things always happen how they're meant to, but I think everything's gonna be okay. Like I keep getting they take me to like, okay, you know how sometimes in the movies you see like it's like how do I explain this? They come up with these things and ways to treat things like in the
Correct.
future, and it's
Yes.
like sometimes it's bionics and sometimes it's like genetics. Like they have all these like we're getting to that part in the future to where I lost her. Shoot. I think she'll come right back on. Just hang on. So I think we're getting to that part in the future where it's like they're gonna be able to do more for her, but DNA. Okay. There she is.
Sorry, it kicked me.
That's okay. So I also hear the words DNA. So I don't know if there's going to be something DNA they can do, genetic DNA. I don't know. Like I said, these are just things that I'm being given. Have you guys seen a geneticist yet?
Yes.
Okay, because I heard geneticist. So yeah, like stem cells or something like that. Like going somewhere says, yeah. So I hear geneticist, so I feel like there's gonna be something that maybe he eventually comes up with that's able to help her. Um, I also hear the word fuse.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that, yes.
Okay, is that something they talked about? Good night, Copper. Thank you.
So she's currently she's had 18 spinal fusions, and currently
Okay.
her thoracic spine is completely collapsed as well.
Okay. So are they talking
So
about fusing?
as we speak, she needs the doctor to agree to do a spinal fusion
Okay.
on her.
Okay. Which they're saying fuse, so I'm thinking that's gonna get done. Um, your mom is just like she's just making sure shit gets done. And that's the way she said it. Like, I'm making sure shit gets done. Does that sound like her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because she's like, you know, I've gotta make sure that my kids are okay. Like, she is on the other side doing everything she can to make sure that you get to the right doctors, you get to the right help. She's there, kind of like I said, she brought your daughter back because your daughter still has purpose. It wasn't her time. So it feels like I hear the word miracle. Now, I don't know, and I don't want to get your hopes up because I could be wrong, but I hear the word miracle like there's gonna be some kind of miracle cure or miracle thing that happens um that helps her along. Uh
She's currently a miracle.
okay. And
Yeah,
that could be she could be talking about that as well. Like she's a miracle that and the reason why is because she's supposed to be here. There's something about her surviving and getting this treatment that is like groundbreaking, I hear. So it's almost like she's going to be the one that they do it on, but it'll help other people. So that's part of the reason why this has happened.
that
Does
would
that
be
make sense?
amazing. Yes,
Um so she
that's
has
what we need.
she has a really big purpose. It's just and I think you're in the right spot and you're being connected to the right people. And I've got chills all over me again. Like I got goosey bumpy legs. Um so they keep showing me way in the future and her running around. Not I don't want to get your hopes up, but um I don't know why they keep showing me that. Like her in a dress running around in circles and she's like probably 5 or 7. Um so did your mom pass shortly after she was born?
My mom passed when she was 7.
Oh, when she was 7. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't know why I keep feeling she's younger. Your baby. So she's been like this. So she's
She
been dealing with
looks
this since she was baby. That's why.
Yes, you're
Okay.
correct.
So
Yes.
then why am I seeing her running around at that age? I mean, it might be even older. It might be 9, 10,
Sh
11.
she looks very, very young for her age.
Okay. Um But I keep getting something with your mom and after she was born. And I don't know if, because your mom hasn't really gone into her passing. This has been all about your daughter and the situation that's going on. And that's what she wants to talk about. Because I've tried to get into her passing. I've tried to get into everything about her, and she doesn't want to go there. She wants to make this about your daughter. So I don't know if something happened with your mom's health after she was born, or something shifted after she was born, but she keeps taking me back to when she was a baby.
That's when my mom really become very involved in our lives.
Okay. So like after she was born, like she became involved. Okay, that might be what she's talking about. Then. Would diabetes fit your mom or someone else?
It would.
Okay.
Fit her mom.
Her mom. Okay, because I heard diabetes. And I was like, I don't know where to put that, but I always say when I get it because I never know. That accident's gonna bug the heck out of me.
So there was the reason why when we came to where we are now, we found out that the reason why my daughter was in the hospital 3 months ago was because a hospital that she had been in Florida at had sent her home with something wrong with her brain. And they knew it, and they just, it was swept underneath the rug. And when we got here and she ended up in the hospital, they were just sort of blown away that so many doctors had seen this scan and just not done anything about it. So you could possibly say it was an accident, or that they were claiming that it was an accident.
Right. That could be it, because I keep looking at that word like I don't understand it. I mean, I guess that makes sense.
That's the only way I can fit it.
Yeah. In the way that spirit communicates, I mean, it's probably that.
Yeah.
But because they sent her, it got worse or something, right?
Correct.
Because they sent her back. Yes. So, okay. So I guess whoever it was really screwed the pooch on that. And
yes.
Basically, I don't think they knew what they were doing. So that's why I think it's considered an accident. Because, sometimes when people go into like the ER or
it was a hospital that didn't know her.
Yeah. Goes into an emergency or something, like they like overlook a lot. Because whatever reason, they're not used to seeing it. They don't really know what they're doing. It might have been an attending or someone young with not a lot of experience or know-how. So, yeah, I could see how it would fit now. I kept going back to that. So it must have been needed to be figured out. That's what that was, the 3 months. Okay, so the 3 has a couple meanings. March, and then you said 3 months ago.
Correct.
So that must be why she brought that in twice. Okay. So I hear the words, I love you and my baby girl, everything's going to be okay. And she's talking about a blanket. So I don't know if she had a blanket that was given to you, or she gave the baby a blanket. Or
yes. Yes, she gave the baby a blanket.
Okay. And did you keep it, or?
Yes, she takes it everywhere with her.
Okay, so it's became like a blankie kind of thing.
It is a blankie.
From Grammy. Okay.
Correct.
That makes sense. All right. So she just wanted you to know. That's just a validation. And she's blowing kisses, I think.
Oh,
I think she said everything. And she's like this. So I think she's basically said everything she wants to say. So I hope that was helpful. Will you please keep me up to date on what happens? I'm curious if this geneticist, because I wouldn't even thought to say that. So I know it was from her. If they fuse and if the geneticist comes up with anything. But I feel like there's things like we don't even know about that science already knows. You know what I mean?
correct.
So but it's almost like she's gonna be some sort of paving the way for something kind of thing is what it feels like.
Yes.
Hope that's right.
Yes, very much so. Very spot on.
I've never had anybody do that before. I've never had a spirit come in and just not even talk about themselves or validate themselves, just want to talk about. And I think maybe you needed those answers and you needed her to bring all of that up. Because again, they always give you what you need. And
correct.
you needed that validation to know she's there and she knows what's going on. Because I think a lot of times you ask.
I do. I mean, I dropped everything and literally came to visit somewhere and just ended up staying to get her the care that she needed. So
and I hear the words, "You're a good mom." Like you
I try.
sacrifice so much for your daughter. I hear the words, "Don't ever sell yourself short." And don't ever think that you're not doing enough because you're doing everything that you can. And that's her words, not mine. Okay.
Thank you.
And she's just helping from the other side. And it was very divinely guided. Like I said, she's making sure that shit gets done. She's making sure that you get to where you need to go and that baby gets taken care of. Because I hear that there's a bigger purpose for all of this.
Yes, I always feel like every day is a blessing, and every day I'm shown something new, and she shows me just what my purpose here is, but it makes her having just a bigger purpose.
Well, and a huge purpose of yours is that you have this daughter and that you're a part of this. Like you're a part of this journey, you're a part of this. I hear groundbreaking. So I don't know. There's gonna be I hope I'm right on that. I hope that I'm understanding her right. That whatever they come up with her is gonna like pave the way for something else, or it's gonna be something like I see like scientists or doctors like working around the clock trying to figure this out for whatever reason that may be. And that's why some people have huge purposes like this. And even though like she's sick and she's struggled and she's been dealing with this for a long time, like there's always a reason for it, and that's what she chose to go
Correct.
through, and she chose to do it with you because you're a big part of that story.
It all makes so much sense. Yes, it does.
So just hopefully, I hope that they, I hope I'm right about that, and they come up because she kept showing me her running around. So I don't know. I'm hoping that happens.
So, she's had 39 brain surgeries
That's a
and
lot.
18 spinal fusions, and she's currently on hospice. And we're awaiting the decision of them on whether they're willing to do more surgery or not.
Right.
So this, a lot made sense.
If I could be seeing her running around on the other side, I mean that I hate to say that, but that could be it. But I mean, I don't know. I just know they told me fuse, so I don't know if that means that she needs it or she's gonna get it.
Hopefully she's gonna get it.
Yeah. But regardless, it's going to
Everything's gonna be okay.
yeah. And regardless, say that you like for instance you had to let her go. there's still going to be lessons that were learned from her genetic disorder that will help the
Oh,
future.
yeah. She's
And
1 in 4 children with what she has.
right. Um so regardless of how this turns out, I feel like you've been really strong and you're going to like they're going to learn from it regardless, you know what I mean?
I agree
And even if
100%.
even if she were to go to the other side, she had come back so many times for this to go on, because it could be that if she were to pass, like her body donated to science would give answers for
So,
others.
yes, that's how it's already set up.
Yes. And that's what's coming in now. And I think that a big part of this is to let you know that if that does come to that, that mom's, your mom's got her and she's going to be okay. Although she knows
I'm
that it's,
completely 100% okay with that. I mean, you know,
and I'm getting major chills with this. So, because it was weird. Like when I was seeing her run around, it was almost like it wasn't on Earth. Like I was seeing her run around,
hmm,
like everything was vibrant. You know what I mean? So again, it could just be that that's coming through. If you do have to let her go, to let you know that she would be running around in heaven,
so
basically.
the other day she told me, even though she's never walked, she told me um that her legs were getting tired.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. I think she's going in and out of her body.
Um
And she,
I've been wondering the same thing. I think sometimes I ask myself, and I think she frequents the other side a lot more
mhm.
than maybe I know about.
Yeah, she does.
But
That's what I'm saying, because like I think she
that
she
that
goes in and
that
out of her
hit
body.
with
But
me when you were talking about going out
mhm,
of her body, but I
mhm,
didn't know if that was just, I knew that doctors had told me that she's probably seen the other side more than we would ever know.
yeah,
So at the time I was connecting that, but at the same time, the way you're talking now, it could as well be that she's visiting there quite frequently.
yeah, she is. She's visiting mom, yeah, with her Grammy on the other side with your mom. She's going back and forth, and I see her running around. But that's why I was saying, like, why do I see her at this age running around? So, like, we never are allowed to tell you if someone's going to pass or anything like that. It's not up to us. It's
That's
going to
correct.
happen if it's going to happen. But I think
Exactly.
maybe the way that she's showing it is, she's saying, like, if she does go to the other side, like, she's going to be okay and she's going to be running around in heaven. Like, that's how it
Oh,
comes across. So, regardless of what happens, her going through this is going to be worth it. And she knows that, because regardless, like, if she doesn't survive it, it will save someone else in the future, is the way that it comes across. Like, this is, it causes something groundbreaking to happen regardless of what happens with her. And it could be also, not only am I picking up on your mom, but I'm picking up on her spirit as well, because
correct.
of the state that it's in. It's kind of
Yes.
like between here and there.
See,
So I
that's what
think
I
that,
get a lot, that she's in that. Yeah. So I've wondered for some time if she was astro projecting as
yeah.
well.
That's basically what it is. They can leave their body, but she's not really attached to this body, honestly.
No,
And I think that it's like her and your mom that is giving me all this information, because I can't explain it. Wow. My EMF went all the way up to red. Um I can't explain why I've never had a spirit come through and talk about not themselves. Um and I know why she's doing it. She's kind of preparing you, and she's letting you know that she knows what you're going through, and that your baby girl is going to be okay no matter what.
exactly.
Um, and I think that you've already prepared yourself for that.
I have. Yes,
And
you're
I think that you're also you're very thankful for the lessons of this and for having her for the time that you've had her for. Although
You,
it's been so
yes,
hard and tragic.
yes, it has. Yes, you're 100% right. 100%. I get the feeling that she talks about the other side a lot. Her friends, she goes there to visit. Um, and we are very open, and even her doctors have been shocked at how open I let her speak of it, that it don't upset me, but I'm glad that I know where she's going.
Yeah. And I think that's why all this came through today. Because I feel like, I got really pushed to come on here and do this live tonight, although I was very low on energy and everything. And it was almost like right place, right time, for you to come on and get this message. Because again, I feel like in case you don't get the great news, you know, I think you understand that her body is tired and her body can only take so much as a physical
Um,
body.
like you're 100%. That's what we have been discussing the past two weeks, and the neurosurgeon just called us last week and sort of said, her brain's probably going to go before everything else. And when you got when your throat was doing that, or you was
Mhm.
talking about your throat,
Yeah.
so she started to vomit a lot, and she was actually just vomiting earlier tonight.
Okay. Yeah, because I was getting that with like the throat, like almost like a spasm stuff, but
Yes.
also um my chest area, like I couldn't breathe.
Her oxygen has already been affected by
Right.
the collapse of her spine.
Because
Yes,
there's a pressure right there, right? Because I was
correct.
getting like a pressure. Okay. That makes sense then. Um, I can't, I would never say, she's gonna pass or you're gonna have to make that decision. I think you already know in your heart what you want to do.
I do.
Um,
I do.
and she's okay with that. Like, actually, she's thankful for that.
Yeah.
Um,
I try to let her guide me
yeah,
in a sense.
she's very much an old soul.
My
Um,
daughter,
yes.
um, that's exactly what I say, that she's an old soul in a little body.
And she does understand like everything that's going on, and she's very much like she's living in between two worlds right now. And honestly, she likes heaven better because she can run around and play
I know
and
that.
do whatever she wants to do, but at the same time, she doesn't want to leave you.
I know.
She loves you, but I feel like that at one time, like maybe in the future, she might decide to come back and be in a better body. Um, just to be with you and
I
have a
sort
normal
of,
life.
right. So when you say that, are you saying as um she'll come back as
So if she decides to go, if you guys decide to make that decision, I feel like it's possible if you have another kid, if you decide to do that, that it would be the same soul to come back and experience a normal life with her mom. Um, if because that's
yeah.
how it comes across, is that like this isn't really a life she wants to live with you, although she loves you and she wants to be with you. She doesn't want you to have to um go through this with her anymore, I guess. Um because it's not her living, I guess, is the way that it comes across.
That's correct.
Um it's more like her just existing, but at the same time she's not like here that much.
No,
Um
she prefers the other side,
sh-
honestly. A lot of times, she knows when she naps, or whatever that's where she goes. So there's been a point where I strongly feel like, that she frequents there a lot, I feel like.
She does. And that's what was coming through, is that she was going in and out of her body, and she was going to spend time with Grammy. And then I kept seeing, so it's almost like they're both giving me the information.
Right.
But so she might even be there now.
So she's asleep right now, so
which is
that would make
trippy.
sense.
It's trippy because I've never done that before. But it's almost like they're both giving me information, and that's why so much was about her, because this feels like it's a preparation.
So yeah, that 100% is validation, because she's asleep right now, and this is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've never done this before. So that's why, like, I was struggling so much. Like, I kept wanting to pick up on your mom, but your mom is there, and obviously because
But she comes through too, right?
Yes, they're both coming through at the same time, and they're both giving you information about all this, because your mom gave you, specific information about herself, but mostly and said things to you, but mostly it's her coming through as she's visiting with Grammy on the other side. Like, they're coming through together. So I guess it would be almost connecting with someone like in a coma, maybe. Sometimes when they're in a coma, they're on the other side, but it's almost like she's got one foot here and one foot in heaven.
That's how I've felt over the past
straddling, but
yes.
she's waiting. She's waiting for you to make the decision. She already knows what your decision is. I already know what your decision is. And I have to tell you that it's the right decision.
Yeah.
And you know in your heart it is, but it's hard not to be selfish as a human, because that's your baby girl. That's your daughter. But because you love her so much is why you're making the decision that you're making, because again, this is not her living.
That's correct. I say that all the time. It's like she longs to go to sleep because she's free on the other side.
Yep.
She can run and she can play.
And
but
now,
here she's trapped.
Yep, she's trapped in a body that doesn't work.
Correct.
And that's so crazy, because I just kept seeing her run in like circles, like in the grass, like with a dress on, and it was like more vibrant, but it didn't feel like it was Earth.
That's
like
all
the more I got into
dresses.
And that's why I kept picking up like 5 or 7, because that's like the age she is now. She's 7.
So she's 9 right now.
9.
Yeah,
5, 7, 9.
She was 7 when Grammy passed.
Okay, so she's 7 when Grammy passed, but still, like, she looks young to me though. On the other side.
Oh, she is. She's only the size of like a 3-year-old right now.
But on the other side, she looks like she's about 7 years old, but a regular 7-year-old.
Right.
Is how I see her.
Exactly. Yes.
Is how I see her, and that's why that's why I was like having a hard time figuring out how old she was and why I was seeing her run around, like, because
I'm sorry.
That's okay. She kept making me think that like she was gonna be okay and blah blah blah, but it was that she's gonna be okay, but it's just it's different.
She will be okay. Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, it's
she'll
like
be
not
free.
like she was showing me the future, but it was like the future in heaven, not the future on earth. Like, I was taking it. Like, I always say, it's how we perceive the information.
Correct.
And sometimes their visions, but it makes more sense because everything's vibrant around her from what I see. It doesn't really look like Earth. And I kept seeing it up, even though heaven isn't really up. It's intertwines here. I kept seeing it like they make me go this way instead of like I'm seeing it like, I don't know how to explain it. So I'm like I'm seeing it like on a normal plane.
Correct.
But I can hear her giggling now.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And
she's so happy when she talks about the other side.
That's because it's like you said, she's free of her body. The only thing that it's missing is you, but she can visit you anytime she wants. It's not the same. and it's not the same from your perspective, but I mean, 9 years is a long time for her to live in a body that doesn't work, and
Correct.
she stuck it out for you, and she stuck it out basically for science,
Right. Yeah.
and
And
to
I
help
feel,
others in the
yes,
future.
yes,
Because
yes.
I really feel like what they will find out from her is, again, I hear groundbreaking. So it's almost like a sacrifice that you have to make, and she understands that sacrifice that you're making. Um, but she, like, again, I just feel all this love from you. Like, you love, like, your guys' bond is like this. Um, and it's like as close as a mother and daughter can be is how it comes across.
That's right.
And she knows how special she is to you, and she hopes that you know how special you are to her. She I hear you've been the best mommy. And right when I said that, it went up to yellow on my EMF. So that EMF has went up a few different times on big hits, and I've gotten chills this entire time. So your mom's saying it's going to be okay because you will be okay because you're strong, and you've kind of prepared yourself. You've known that this has been coming. So this is just amazing. It's such a gift for you. You know what I mean?
It is.
I
It
mean, it's
truly
not
is.
like the having to go through all this is hard, but you were given this because you could handle it. But at the same time, it's a gift to be able to. This reading is like the most spectacular, amazing thing I've ever experienced as far as you getting that chance to be okay with your decision through what you're being told.
Well, this is amazing to me because it's amazing because to the paranormal, for you to tell me that my daughter that's in the next room that's sleeping is also coming through to you, that's also groundbreaking for the paranormal, I feel like. Um, I'm very in tune, and
Mhm.
that's, I guess, why I'm very accepting,
Mhm.
because I know where she's going.
And I think
Um,
that's why um that she decided to come to you as a mom. Um and my EMF is going off again is because you are open and you do understand how it works, and you're not going to be selfish about it. Like,
I say that all the time. I can't be selfish. I'm not selfish. Um,
I mean, you are an amazingly strong mom, and
Thank you.
um for everything that you've done for her, just know that you've done the best that you could possibly do. And she is thankful. I mean, she understands her purpose. Like I said, she goes to the other side all the time, and she knows what her purpose is. She knows. And she has not been completely stuck in that body because she's kind of been free to go wherever she wants. Um,
Oh, it's funny you say that because yeah, she talks about going and visiting people. So
yeah.
yes,
It's like she's just the only thing that's keeping her in her body is that cord hasn't broken yet. Um, so like I said, she's got one leg here and one leg on the other side. Um, and she's like I hear like straddling, like she's straddling heaven and
yes.
earth. Um,
But I know she's okay.
yeah,
I reassure her that it's okay. Whenever she's ready, I'm fine. I'll be
yeah.
okay.
Because I think it's not really that she's ready to go because she doesn't want to leave you. It's that her body is tired.
Her
I'm not
body's very, very tired.
I'm not sure how much more her body can take because there's a reference to her organs that is coming in now. Um, like I said, my breathing was very labored in the beginning of this reading. Like I felt like bricks were on my chest. Um, so I think that messing with her breathing. And there's something about her organs that are coming in. I don't know if that means, sorry guys, my dogs outside are doing their job. I don't know if that means like she's starting to have problems with her organs. Like I hear the word blood flow. I don't know if it's possible that some of her organs aren't getting the right blood flow. Because I don't really know, exactly about her situation. I just know bits and pieces. Does that make sense?
So, as of right now, with her back collapsed, so it's already got fractures. So the next thing is, with the results we just got, her rib cage is currently sitting on the brim of her pelvic bone. So it's pretty much she'll start to suffocate. But with like the vomiting and stuff, what's happening is all of her organs are being crushed pretty much.
Okay, so that's why I'm getting that. And the blood flow of those organs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because her rib cage is already sitting on her, what they call the pelvic rim. So that's why we have already seen a decrease in her O2 at times and stuff like that.
Okay, that makes total sense as to why my chest was so heavy. I mean, it literally, like, I couldn't take a breath.
Because they say what will happen is her pretty much her lungs will just be everything will just be crushed,
kind of shut down. Yeah.
She'll suffocate.
Yeah, which makes sense now as far as the struggling to breathe. I remember that came in the very beginning. I was struggling to breathe. Like I felt like all this heaviness on my chest.
And I didn't know that my mom was more focused on her than she was. So that's why I was like, well, that don't go with my mom.
I wasn't getting anything on your mom. Except for her, telling you things that she would say or, certain validations. But it's all about your daughter. Because that's what you need.
That's correct.
And there's something about her sleeping, though. I don't even know if I want to say this.
No, go ahead. I want you to say whatever you're being led to say.
It's almost like I see her going to sleep, but not waking back up at some point.
Okay, so that would make sense because she's been having a lot of increased seizure activity.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very well known that they can start seizing in their sleep or the brain, if the brain fails her, it's been known. And I've always been told that, she may just go to sleep and not wake back up, but that's peaceful to me.
Yeah. And that's how it comes across, is what could possibly happen before you have to make that decision.
I would prefer that. Unfortunately.
Yeah. And that's kind of how it's coming. Like her body feels super weak to me.
She is right now, yes.
Like it doesn't feel like it can withstand much more. Like within a few days is the way it comes across. And I might be totally wrong on the timing on that. But it just feels like her body isn't able to like withstand all this pressure. I feel like her whole body is pressurized, like almost like a pressure cooker. Like it's just so much pressure on her spine and her organs and everything. I get her organs, like just there's so much pressure on there, and it's stopping the blood flow. And then her heart is a reference as well, with, again, not being able to breathe.
Right.
Um, so I know all that's hard to hear. I usually don't give it unless it's given to me, but I feel like maybe they think you already know this and
I do.
you're able
I
to
do.
handle it and you've prepared yourself for a long time. Um, I feel like there was a moment at one time where you even asked yourself, with all the surgeries, if you were doing the right thing then, putting her through all of
Yes.
that.
Yes. But I've
Um,
been where I am now for almost 7 months, and this has been the best 7 months that I've gotten with her in 9 years. So I am blessed.
and I think that's just kind of why everything happened the way that it happened, and so that you could get that 7 months. But I think that there were times where, like, is it even worth, like, putting her through all of this in the
Correct.
long run? Because I feel like you felt bad about, having to put
Yes.
her through surgery after surgery after surgery after surgery, and they're, like, major surgeries.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
but I hear the words like you did everything right because you're doing what a mom would do, and you're trying to, you were trying to help her survive. You were hoping that, she would pull through it. Um, so you did everything for the right reasons. And again, in the long run, it's going to make a difference as far as I feel like science and medical and everything
Correct.
goes. Um,
Correct. And yes, you're 100% spot on.
so
I'm just glad that she came through to you as well.
I am too. And actually, like, I didn't even really put it together for a while. um, I kept feeling like her mom was giving me this, but at the same time, it's like, why am I getting so much on her? It's got to be. And then once you said like hospice, I was like, oh, okay. Now it kind of makes sense. And once I saw like how she showed me she was running around, it kind of made sense after that. Because she made me feel like she's gonna be okay in the future, and she's gonna be running around and blah blah blah. And remember how it's how we perceive it, and it was because she is, but just not on Earth. But you needed this message, um, from your mom and from her. I feel it was just the right time for it because, unfortunately, like I said, her body doesn't feel like it can handle that much more. And honestly, I know she needs a fusion, which is what came through, but I'm not sure if the doctors are going to want to do that.
So, that's, yeah, there's not, there, I seen them last month in August, and, um, her doctor that done the 18 fusions before actually messaged me, probably 4 or 5 days ago, because I had sent him the x-rays because I trust him a lot. Um, he Her back was broken in 6 places, and he went in there and refused her, put rods in, and he just told me that, what I suggest is having them pretty much make her comfortable. I wish there was more I could offer you. I wish there was something else I could give her. But at this time, it would be threatening, and it would pretty much end with death. That's what he emailed me, and that was like 4 days ago. Now, the orthopedic surgeon here has not given us an answer yet if he's willing to do anything or not. But um, he didn't tell me sort of to my face everything that was wrong, but when I read the note, he said that it could possibly end in death. So that it all makes sense.
Yeah, I just don't know if her body could go through another surgery. Like, I don't know if it's strong enough, is what it feels like. And I keep getting a reference to like before the end of the week. And again, I don't like to give timelines or say anything like that, but they keep referencing like before the end of the week something is going to happen. And that can always shift, but
Correct.
there's something about like before Friday, and I
And
don't
there's
really know
always
what
riddles.
I don't really know what it is. And like I said, because I never try to predict anything like this.
Correct.
It's
Correct.
not for
No,
us to
no, no.
do,
I
but
agree.
but I think in a way they're saying it to kind of prepare you. And I don't know, that could just be the doctor getting back to you.
Correct.
Well, I
It
don't,
could
it could
be,
be anything.
yes, yes.
But there's something with this week that's important. But I'm not sure that, again, like her body feels very frail, and I'm not sure that they're gonna, like, if they did put her under, like, she would survive it because of her body being so weak. It's just how it comes across. Like, I keep getting like she's like just really frail and weak right now.
So, when you were talking about the organs, so what's going on, and the reason why she's vomiting is because her stomach and everything is sort of being smushed right now. So sometimes she'll go 2 or 3 days and not have an appetite. And her digestive system just isn't working.
Right, that makes sense. Well, I do hear that I love you. I heard
And
that very
I
clearly.
love them both, whoever's saying
Yeah, I believe it's her.
it.
Because before it just felt different than from your mom saying, because your mom already said it. Um,
Well, you just let her know that I love
no,
her
you
and
can
I'm
tell
okay.
her anything, and she can hear it, whether she's asleep or
Oh,
not.
I
She's gonna
know.
be able to hear it. And you guys will have the same kind of bond, even when she goes to the other side. You'll have that same kind of bond. Like, you'll be able to
Oh,
feel
I
her. You'll
know.
be able to talk to her. Like,
Oh,
it
yeah.
won't be much different than like when she's sleeping, other than her physical body isn't there.
I know.
Um,
Yeah. I've already. She'll come visit.
yes, of course she will. You're her mom. And she loves you. Like I said, I feel like there's just such a strong bond there, such a strong soul connection. And I don't know. I hope in some way that this was helpful. Do you
Oh,
mind if we
100%. Yes.
splice it whenever Shazam gets time and put it into its own reading?
No, that's perfectly fine. That
Okay.
I would be very thankful for
And then
that,
you can
actually.
download it or whatever too, so you have it.
Yeah, that would be great. That
Okay.
would be amazing.
Okay.
And I sort of feel like maybe this was her letting you experience something maybe you had never experienced before as well.
Yep.
So a
Because I
gift to
really
you
I
as well.
really haven't. This is like the way that things were coming through, like I really thought she was going to be okay. You know what I mean? Like, I really thought she was going to live and be fine. That's the way that they made it come through. And I just could not get anything on your mom. Like, she just, other than, what she gave that we knew was her, like certain things she said or whatever, it was all about your daughter. And the timing of this is not a coincidence. Um, like I said, I was very much forced to get on tonight. You're here tonight, even though it's late. It's very much divinely. It was supposed to happen.
Correct.
It was supposed to happen for everybody involved.
Right. I agree.
And please, please, please keep in contact with me.
I will. Of course.
Either email
100%.
me or Facebook me, or you can add me on Facebook.
Okay.
Um,
I will.
I would love to keep in contact if you need anything. Don't hesitate to reach out, because my heart just really goes out to you. And
I'm a very private, quiet person.
Right.
But I will 100%, because now you're a part of our journey. And it's funny that you used that word earlier, because that's what I always say. You
Yeah.
know, it's Delilah's journey. She's just leading me.
Yes, she is, very much so. This is a very big journey for everybody involved.
But thank you so much.
You're very, very welcome.
And you
Please,
have a
please keep me
great.
in contact and let me know how everything goes.
So, and Paranormal After Dark actually sent me to your channel.
Oh, okay. Thank you,
So,
Paranormal After Dark, for that. I appreciate it.
you know, he talks very highly about you. So,
Oh, that means a lot.
you've been a big blessing tonight.
Well, thank you. I just got the chills again. I got chills all night, and it's just, let me tell you, there was some chills. The dog was caught barking in the corner. The EMF was going off.
Well, the EMF, that's, you know, that lets, so she has her own little EMF meter that she loves. She thinks she talks to, that's what she talks to people. I don't know if it's an EMF meter or what it
You're
is,
talking about
but
EVP. I'm talking about this thing. It gets spirit
okay.
energy, and
Okay.
it will. I notice when I hit on big things, it will light up. So it's usually around the time if I say something that's like super important or I get the chills or something like that, it'll light up. So there was some things like, and I said it on the video if you watch back, because I was trying to let you know, like right now it's blinking green, the second green. So that's just validation on that.
That's awesome. And I'm so glad that she was able to come through and validate that away as well.
It just went to the orange now. So
She must be traveling and visiting as we speak.
yep.
She's probably running around. And you know, I'm okay with that. I'm glad that she gets to experience that. And I've noticed in the last few months that she does. That's her happy place. And I'm okay with that.
Well, good. I'm glad.
But
Thank
thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much.
Thank you.
You have a good night.
You too. I gotta go take care of these crazy things.
I'll keep in touch. Thank
All
you
right.
again.
Thank you.
All right. Good night.